Good day, collectors and viewers. Social Distance Warrior back with video number 5. Today we're going to look at the smallest scavenger in the galaxy, the Jawa. Jawa made his debut back in 1978 on the original Kenner line. He initially came out in a vinyl cape, similar to Ben Kenobi. Because the figure was at a smaller size than the regular figures and they were at the same price point, wasn't really moving, it wasn't a good bang for your buck, so the Kenner made a quick alteration, put a cloth goods cape on him, and this is the one that we know today. This guy here. It comes with his little ion, rifle, ion blaster. Nice cloth cape, distinguishable brown from the interior, lighter brown, and you can see the Jawa's got the nice, yellow eyes to create that mystery from the original movie. If you wanted to see what that figure looked like without his cape on, I have an cloaked one here. So you can see the standard articulation on the figure. Legs very similar, like miniature versions of Ben Kenobi's, with the little toes sticking out and then the creases on the pants. Bandolier running across, front and back. A nice little cute minifigure, just like he was in the movie. So that's 1978. And then he'd run through all the lines. Star Wars, Empire, Jedi, limited run, I believe, on the Power of the Force card back, and then he'd disappear and then come back when they relaunched the line with Power of the Force 2. And in the 1997 wave on the green card back, this one over here, they re-released the Jawa in a brand new sculpt, and he came in a 2-pack, which is nice here. So taller one and a smaller one, slightly different colors on both of these guys. Both have different weapons, pistol and a rifle there. Bandolier. One thing that I do like on this figure here, they did make them with a light pipe, so I can kind of show you what that looks like. So it creates that, the look on the eyes. You can kind of see what the Jawa looked like, mysterious look, black face, bright eyes. Same thing with the little guy over here. Excuse me. So that was 97. So we go from 97 with that 2-pack of Jawas, very good army builder. I did buy a bunch of them myself. We went to 1999. So in 99, when episode 1 came out, they did make a Comtech chip wave for the movies with the red Darth Maul card back. Then after, they made a separate wave, specifically just for the original trilogy stuff. Jawa was one of them. It came with a Gonk droid. That's this guy here. So it's a brand new sculpt, updated look. He also has the light pipe on top. Also comes with that same, I don't think it's almost exactly the same rifle that the other guy came with. And the skirt on the bottom, does have a slit on the side. So the legs are articulated here. They can move back and forth. If you wanted to remove that, you can, I guess, customize it yourself. But he's designed to stand on his own. So that was 99. After 99, we'd see obviously re-releases of this figure in different color molds. They also made him with holiday special, the Christmas special, where he's, holding the training remote, holding presents. So they basically reused the same sculpt for those. We wouldn't see a new sculpt again until 2007 on the 30th anniversary wave. That'll be this guy over here. This one, again, brand new sculpt. This time they put articulated, arms with the bending elbows, swivel hands as well. So you can move that. Yeah, a little bit more articulation there. Again, has a solid bottom piece there, so you can't really do anything other than have him stand. It does have a holster for his pistol, which is really neat, as well as the droid stopper, for when they have the droid stabilizer, they can, push the button. He's got that in his hand, and a little pouch for that as well to position over here. So really cool looking figure. That's 2007. So then we ship from the 2007, and then we go up to 2009, and then they released the Jawa. Again, this time with a big, cable attached to his cannon, running across his back and into the little pouch here. Looks like it's a modified sculpt, very similar to this one. They did repaint, looks like the vest, and the bandolier is slightly altered. So it has, instead of the holster like this guy has, it's got, the pack here with the cable running over to his rifle. So that's been changed there. And then, of course, the gun's got a different color as well. It's got a silver tone instead of the black tone that this guy had over here. All right, so that's been changed as well. So that's 09, and then that was earlier in 09. Then later in Legacy Collection, then later in 09, they also made one with the soft goods half bottom. So from the waist down, soft goods. This one looks to be more of a new sculpt. Again, articulated arms, swivel arms, bendable elbows. You can move his wrists as well. He does have a holster for his pistol on the side over here. I have mine holding my pistol still here. Cloth goods. And then if I lift up that skirt, you can see he's got the legs under. He doesn't have any articulation on the knees. Figure stands, just moves back and forth, but a little bit more flexible with that cloth goods. More reminiscent to the original one. This is my favorite one from all the ones that they've released. So that was later on in 2009, Legacy Collection. And then the next Jawas that we'd see in the movie line there would be the Black Series one. So 2014, again, they came in a 2-pack. That'll be these two guys over here. And just like the one in the Power of the Force 2 line, they made them in slightly different colors. So one in a darker brown and then one in a lighter brown. And size-wise, again, different. One's taller, one's smaller. That way, if you wanted to army build, you have that option. Both come with pistols and also a holster for his rifle. On the side there, they put a little slit on the holster there so you can put it in a little bit easier. I usually keep mine in there and then have the pistol in his hand. And then the smaller guy, same thing. He's got the holster there too, a slightly different holster, and a rifle as well. So a nice look on them. Again, they both have, lots of articulation in the arms, up, down, bendable at the elbow, and then you can move the wrist as well to kind of position the figure with the gun the way you want to hold them. And then, of course, waist movement too. So you have that there as well. On these guys, standard stuff, that's 2014. So ones that weren't released on the card that did come out as well that are slightly different. There's one on a Ronto. The Ronto one is, so 96 was the Power of the Force 2, these two guys here. Then they did one with the Ronto. The Ronto one will be 1997. So when they did the 30th anniversary, they released this guy here. Let's take him off the Ronto just so we can kind of have a glance at him as well. Slightly altered look from the one that we have in the Power of the Force 2. Slightly different paint job, which is nice to have, a different look on the Jawa, and you can kind of see just by the figure itself that, even the base has changed. It's even got a patent of 1997 on there to distinguish that they are all different, all three guys there. So that, makes him a little bit more unique sculpt-wise there, even though he looks very similar to those guys. And then they also made one for the Clone Wars. So they made a Clone Wars animated version of them. That'll be these two guys over here. Again, they came in a 2-pack. Both guys do come with guns as well, little holsters for them. And they have that nice animated look. Articulation-wise, again, standard stuff that they did with the 30th anniversary on, where, you have the swivel arms and you can bend them at the elbow, and then you can move their wrists. So that sort of stuff became the norm. And then basically nothing from the waist down other than being able to turn it. Now, you could try to do something in there, but it looks like the legs are stationary. So that's for the larger guy. And the smaller guy, same thing, swivel arms. Because his arms are small here, nothing at the elbows, but you do have that wrist movement on there as well. So that's for the Clone Wars. That's 2009. And that's all the Jawas from 1978 to today. And, we'll do some special mention as well to the Black Series. So Black Series did a 30th anniversary Jawa, this guy over here. He's almost like an upsized version of the one that we got, in the Black Series, the smaller one. Smaller 3.75 inch. And they've kind of updated him for the Black Series 6-inch line. He's been weathered. He came on, the original card back as well. And he comes with his, his gun. They actually have, the one with the cable running on the back here as well. So you have an alteration. And then this part here, the head swivels back and forth. It looks like if you wanted to, you could remove it. I think it's glued on there. I'm not going to try. You can move him at the, elbows as well. So he does have articulation there too. And then they took that exact same mold, altered it a little bit, and they released him a few years later. So last year with the Black Series line, when they started them just before the Mandalorian came out, they made a Mandalorian Jawa as well. So an off-world Jawa. This one with cloth goods which is really neat. And he's got the articulated, legs underneath. I think Jawas should all be cloth goods. So, slightly different in color. He's got a more of like a grayish, darkish tone to him with the red eyes. If you really wanted to, I guess you could remove this head and stick it on the other guy over there. That way you can have the yellow eyes, or the red eyes, on that head there, or the yellow eyes on this guy over here, to kind of give it more of the look for the standard Jawa. And he comes with the same accessories as the other Black Series 6-inch one does. So that's a really neat one with the cloth goods. One of my faves for that reason. Just kind of stands out in the collection. We did get a vintage collection version of the Jawa in 2019. This one back here, which is exactly the same sculpt as the Black Series one that we got in 2014, except that he doesn't come with the smaller guy. He just comes on his own on a card back. But, they're kind of satisfying us as fans in order to get the original figures back on the original card backs. So in that case, it's good. It'd be great if they made a running change on this figure and put them in cloth goods. I think that would be a great idea on their part, but we'll see where it goes. So please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and look forward to hearing some comments and making more videos. Thank you so much.